What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the red color, playing as Kronos. His name is Kvoth. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Matreiuss. The map is Calm Shores, game number 1 of this best of 3 shenanigans that we are about to witness. Kvoth going in with Kronos here. We have seen Kvoth try Gaia on this map before and actually had success. So we'll see if he's got any sort of Kronos ideas here or not. As we will be seeing the Kvoth Oracle wanting to click deconstruction straight away. Matreiuss getting a little bit antsy here. Going to be shanking as best as he can. Kvoth can just use that fishing ship here to get the line of sight on the dock here if he so chooses. As a house gets dropped as well, Matreiuss's fish pops out. Another fishing ship on the way here as well. As Kvoth is going to claim all of those spots from underneath Matreiuss's dock. It's very, very naughty there. As the Oracle's coming back in, keeping an eye on this now. This kind of situation here, very interesting to see that. Very interesting here to see that Kvoth has not opted to click the deconstruction button here just yet. Matreiuss is probably going to need to drop another dock here at some point to hold on, but Matreiuss is getting a lot of fish out very, very early. We'll see how everything is going to shape up in this game. As Matreiuss Poseidon, we don't get to see this all too often. Matreiuss has been moving into a lot of different gods in recent times here. So we'll see how things are going to go. Matreiuss, without getting deconstructed in the early game, doesn't get hurt at all here. Should be able to find his way to the second age relatively easily here, as we do see this villager is just going to be left idle on this location to potentially drop more docks over here to defend this. I'm not exactly sure if this is a good or a bad idea from Matreiuss, but he's going for it. So one way to play around the deconstruction, apparently, or this situation, is to just leave your villager idle. And we'll have to wait and see if that's a nice decision or not. One relic in the middle of the map here. We do have the Wedget Eye for whoever wants to pick it up. As the DOCKS does come over here, going to be causing some problems. But good garrison micro here from Kvoth, just to make sure he can pop in and out of this location. DOCKS going to be searching around. We are now starting to see Matreiuss throwing docks down on the top side of the map here. Honestly, if I'm Matreiuss at this point, I try and put my temple here, and I go through. I basically go through Hermes or Ares. Doesn't really matter. But my point is that I'm trying to control this top side of the map, and I'm basically just going to give Kvoth the bottom side of the map here is the general idea. As we see a couple more fishing ships coming out, Kvoth throwing up his temple. He's going to be looking for a 4:30 advance time. Matreiuss on the other side of the map here with the dock coming up. He's going to be going for a later advance time. He does have his temple up over here as well. So no real problems, but he doesn't have the food at this point to advance. He's going to have to garrison the fishing ships here to get all the food he needs. So still going to be a fairly late advance time, even with the deer on this location to help boost the food income. So not even a 4:45 advance time here for Matreiuss, going for what looks to be a 5-minute advance time, or whatever that is supposed to be. As we see another dock coming down here for Kvoth, the citizen moving up to the top side of the map, going to be dropping the dock up here as well. He will be seeing Matreiuss's docks already on this top location here. So the dock will come up here for Kvoth, and he's going to have not full control, but he will have the ability to put pressure onto this top water as well as pressure up this bottom water. As the Oracle's going to be moving through here, Prometheus just about to hit. There is a Hermes available, which means ceasefire is going to be an option here. Matreiuss is going to have access to this part of the water and everything else here. As we do see the DOCKS going to be trying to take out Kvoth's Oracles ever so slightly here as the Promethean comes through. The DOCKS gets hit for 6 there. The citizen also gets heroized. The relic gets dropped into the temple, and now the docks are going to start getting taken down here. One option here for Kvoth is to deconstruct this second dock and make sure he doesn't allow another dock to come up. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map here, we will be seeing Kvoth building himself some Bareem for the time being here. But Kvoth still holding on to his onto his deconstructions as the dock getting taken out relatively quickly here. As Hermes comes through, the villager trying to get the dock up on this position, but Matreiuss is already here with his ceasefire, and the Oracle and Bareem defense is not going to be able to cut it. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, we also see another dock coming down for Kvoth. He is raring to go here with his pressure. In the main base here from Matreiuss, we do see Theseus has come out, which is going to be a big help to defend the land. Trireme just simply getting produced into the docks for the time being here for Matreiuss as well. He's also got the Hippocampus here to create a little bit of problems here. We'll see how things are going to go for Kvoth if he can manage to hold against the Trireme here. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, Kvoth, he's got the Bareems just ready to harass ever so slightly. Matreiuss needs to pop out on the top side of the map as well to defend this, but he needs to not overcommit to too many Triremes up there. Otherwise, he's going to get completely pushed out of the bottom side here as well. As the Trireme starting to pop out, we'll see if Matreiuss can hold here for the time being as more fishing ships coming through. Trireme pushing forward here, going to attempt to take out the Bareems over here. The Hippocampus does get smacked there as it gets taken out very, very quickly, but the Trireme are out. They're ready to defend. Matreiuss on the top side of the map. He's got two Trireme here ready to take out Kvoth's Bareems on the top side of the map. Meanwhile, the Centaur are going to be looking for a little bit of a raid onto Matreiuss's main base here. As Kvoth still putting pressure. There's 3 docks on the top side of the map, or bottom side of the map for Matreiuss. 3 docks on the top side of the map for Matreiuss as well. So any sort of lone deconstruction at these points is not going to be that useful here. As we do see Matreiuss trying to snipe a fishing ship there, but the Bareem's getting a lot of damage on that position. Going to be retreating back up to the top corner over here as the Theseus looking around. We do have a whole bunch of these Oracle heroes are in, and they do have focus to boot here as the Theseus coming through trying to help out. We'll start getting damage done onto the Promethean as Matreiuss' micro very, very strong here, but same too is Kvoth's micro. He's staying well equipped here as we see a deconstruction onto the back dock as the Theseus pulling around trying to take out those Promethean as best as they possibly can. Kvoth trying to focus fire here, take out as many of those Trireme as he possibly can, but Kvoth here is losing Bareem fast here. We do see the Theseus is about to fall here as well as the dock going down on this position. The Theseus goes down and Kvoth, is he able to break through on this position or not? The dock is almost taken out. There's only a handful of Bareem left. Kvoth's still trying to pump the Bareem out, but he's just losing them underneath this dock as the Trireme can start maybe being able to pick off Oracles here as well. Meanwhile, Matreiuss' villager on the front here is no longer. The dock is down, but Kvoth will have to put more pressure onto here to continue. He's currently out of wood on this location. He's not able to pump from 2 docks here for whatever reason. The Centaur on this location has been pushed back. It looks like Kvoth in his main base. I'm not sure if he lost anything, but the Centaur raids definitely did do something here. As do we see a villager making its way back up to this position or not? Looks like Matreiuss might just be giving up on it. There's fishing ships up on the top side over here. Kvoth still has some docks on the top side there as well to put pressure on, but Kvoth at this moment, he needs to get more Bareem out to push Matreiuss back. Matreiuss is still building Trireme out of just one of these docks. He's about to be able to go to the next age. As we're starting to see the units pushing into the main base here. Hippolyta is out. Theseus is out. All of those Oracle heroes will have to retreat back, but I like that Kvoth is doing this. I like that Kvoth is adding in the Oracle heroes into his army here because it's a very, very big advantage of Kronos, meaning he can get these units. They have 8.4 damage. They've got 4.8 speed. They are basically the same as a Mamilo hero in a lot of different respects. But Matreiuss, he's able to push forward, and Kvoth is pushed off this bottom border here. Can't speak, but the big problem here for Matreiuss is going to be if Kvoth tries to push in on the land here in this game, which he is going to be going for it. Will Matreiuss be able to hold onto his gold mine right now? We see Matreiuss now getting himself stable and military academy, so he's going to have some very, very strong army coming out to deal with the classical age Kronos here. And you also have to remember that Kronos does have the stronger myth units with the Promethean, so he might be having some success there. The relic that was grabbed was also a reduction in myth unit cost, so now these Promethean only cost 65 gold. The double up there, they are so absurdly cheap in this game. Meanwhile, Bareem's popping out over here, looking to put some pressure, but Matreiuss is already over here. Do we see any sort of purse scene? Yes, we do. So very, very strong here in this moment as another military barracks coming up here for Kvoth, but Matreiuss is ready to go to the next age, and that means Aphrodite, and that means a very easy defense of a second gold mine. He could also consider going Dionysus here with an effort to potentially get himself bronze and or Thracian horse cavalry with the Skylar to break through the rest of these docks very, very simply here. Meanwhile, will Kvoth notice that this town center is going up? Matreiuss' score here is well disguised. He's not quite, like, with all of the excess resources he's got in the bank, the fact that he can spend that to go to the heroic age means, as we do see that the Promethean is going to spot this, but and Kvoth does get a bit of a score read to make that happen. The point I was trying to make is that with Matreiuss having all the resources in the bank, it kind of hides the fact that Matreiuss is going for a town center here in the score, just based on the way the score kind of works, as all the villagers now jumping onto this town center in a desperate attempt here for Matreiuss to finish this one off. The Prometheans getting taken down from afar by the Hippolyta, the Hippocon able to take down those Terma on the back as well, as the Toxotes moving through here to take a look in at this position as well. The Gate of Hell is going to be able to take out the Hippocon here as the army of Kvoth pushing in onto this position. The towns are getting closer and closer to finishing, and does indeed manage to get finished there as Kvoth. He cleans up the majority of units here. Matreiuss is a 96 of 130 population, but this is what matters. The gold mine on this position, the gold mine over here, the Promethean in a good location over here, as Kvoth trying to break down this town center, but Matreiuss is going to be able to get his resources and get himself an army here very, very fast. He's about to have access to a myth unit here in the Nemean line, as well as the villages and everything else inside of this town center. One of the little known facts here, as we see Curse getting dropped down, is that if you leave your villages and your Hippolyta inside of the town center to basically just sit them idle there, that increases the town center's damage by a significant margin. So if you don't want your Toxotes to die, but you want to get a damage boost, pop them into your town center, and it gives a huge advantage. And in that moment there, Kvoth does decide to tap out, and Matreiuss claims the first game, as we yet again see another loss here. Another loss here for Kronos on this map. It might be me. It might not be me. I might be wrong in saying this idea that potentially on this map, Atlantean players might want to consider something different here, as Matreiuss has just proven in a big way that Poseidon is completely fine to play into Kronos here, with the ceasefire, with the dock spam, with the grabbing of the top location at the tops here as well. Matreiuss claims the dub beautifully here in this game. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.